Alright, hello everybody. So me and Omni have been working on a new method to run Wabbajack. The only thing you need is Steam and Protontricks, which you can get Protontricks from Flatpak if you're on the Steam Deck. And the first thing you want to do is download Wabbajack from the official site. Once Wabbajack is downloaded, you will want to make a folder anywhere on your entire computer. Literally anywhere. And I personally put mine inside the documents folder and I just titled it Wabbajack. I recommend you also title yours Wabbajack as well. There's a little few issues with it if you add spaces and stuff, but you put your wabbajack.exe inside the folder you made. Once you do that, you're good to open up Steam, and now you're going to add a non-Steam game. You're going to press the browse button and then click on wherever you went to put your Wabbajack at, and then you're going to add it to your computer, or add it to Steam, I guess. And then you can search for Wabbajack. I made a collection called Proton Modlist. You don't need to do this, but just for the simplicity of this video, I'm just going to have everything inside Proton Modlist. Once you have Wabbajack right here, you're going to right click it, go to Properties, Compatibility, Force, Experimental. After you do that, we're good to press the Run button, and then Wabbajack will open up and it's going to install. And you're just going to wait for it to finish. Once Wabbajack finishes, you're good to close out of Wabbajack. And now we're going to move on to the console part. So for people who have fish or anything like this, just type in bash. Steam Deck, you don't have to do anything. And we are good to load this. I will put this inside of the description. Press any key to continue. And you're going to copy the folder location wherever you put Wabbajack at. So yeah, I'm just going to copy, and we're going to paste it on this first prompt. And it's going to do everything for us. One thing I would like to note, it's a known issue, is sometimes when you get to the Microsoft WebView, if it immediately skips this part and goes on to the next step, it's not going to work. We don't know why it's like this or how to fix it really for the moment, but you can if it does come up, you can try making a new one for non-Steam game, or you can just restart your computer and start from there and make a new one. And so it's configuring WebP, which I think works. And then you're good. Now we're good to close the console. You'll see all this stuff is now in here. And now you go back to Wabbajack and run it. One thing I would like to note is sometimes this will close, but if everything was done right, you'll get a white screen, and then it'll load. I'm going to pause the recording and log in real quick. All right, I logged in, and now we are good to find a mod list. And so a lot of the pictures should load, or a lot more anyways. If not, that's fine. It should be fixed on the next version of Wabbajack. The one thing you will notice is the drop-down box for games doesn't load, but you can click it and try to figure out what you want. But I'm going to show you how to actually choose a location. So if you go into download a list and try to run it, and actually click the three little dots, you might be prompted with this screen, or you'll be inside of this screen. You want to go to My Computer on the left, Z Drive, Home, your name, and then make a folder wherever you'd like to actually put your mod list at. So my mod lists are located in Documents, Mod List, and here. So that's it for the Wabbajack part. Alright, now that we have finished installing a mod list, we're going to be doing the Skyrim mod list for this video. And you want to add in on Steam Game, browse, and then wherever you installed it. So I installed mine to Documents, Mod List, the Old North, which is the Skyrim mod list. We'll be doing testing for this portion of the video. Once inside the folder, do double-click modorganizer.exe and add selected programs. And now you want to search for mod organizer. And then I made a collection called Proton Modlists, and we're going to rename the mod list. So for Skyrim, you want to do Skyrim space dash and whatever it's called, the Old North. Once you name it, you can go into compatibility and experimental. The Old North is just the mod list I'm doing, so that's why I named it the Old North. Once it's here, you can close out of this, run the mod list. All right, once you run it once, you want to close out of Mod Organizer, and we are going to run the mod list automation script from Omni. Again, open up console, and then if you're using fish, type in bash, and then run the script from Omni. So press enter, Omni's guide, yes, and it's detected the mod list. So the reason why you need the Skyrim space dash is that's how the format Omni uses for the script. Press enter, and mod list steps for the Old North. Yes, I'm sure. Locate, yes. And then it's going to fail on discovering it. So we're going to open up the mod list folder. So again, I have mine in documents, and we're going to go mod list, and I'm going to right click and copy the location of the folder, the Old North. Modorganizer.ini was found in this location. All right, and now it's going to prompt me for a password, your sudo password you set, and then it's going to ask about the changing the resolution. If you do no, if you just press enter, it's going to set the Steam Deck, which is 1280 by 800. So I'm going to do yes, and I'm going to change it to 2560 x 1440 for 1440p. Press enter, Y, and then now we are good to close out of the terminal, go into Steam, run the mod list. And then from here, we are good to just press the play button. Sometimes Skyrim will open up, or Fallout will open up as a vanilla game with no mods loaded. If it does this, just go up into the Steam icon right here, exit, and then reopen Steam once you're able to. And then rerun the mod list, and it should just load all the mods. So there was a crash right here. We're going to rerun again, just to make sure that was a fluke. All right, as you can see, that was just kind of a fluke. Some mod list will do this sometimes, and we are good to press enter. Yes, I'd like to skip the introduction. And then now we are here. So we're good to make a character, name it whatever, add var. We're going to move around. Just like that. We have mods all loaded. And then MCM recorder, which is some recordings it looks like. And yeah, that's it. And if you want to press the end key, sometimes it's the delete key. This is for CS, community shaders, anyways. And you can get that opened up. But that's it for Skyrim. We are now loaded into here. And if we leave on out, it should take us right to the exit.
Wait.
So yeah, that's it for Skyrim. Alright, now you want to run a Fallout 4 mod list. So the easiest way to do this is add it on a Steam game, just like for Skyrim. Go to the mod list folder you have, and then I'm doing Magnum Opus, and then modorganizer.exe. Add it to your games. Mod organizer, and then we're gonna do the same thing we did with Skyrim. But instead of doing Skyrim, we're just going to title it Fallout dash and then whatever the modlist name is. So Magnum Opus. Go into compatibility and force it to be experimental. Again, I'm going to add this to my Proton Modlist directory, little collection I have. We're going to run it, and it's going to pop up with mod organizer. No, don't ask again. Stock game. And we are good to just close out of mod organizer. Now we go into console, bash again, just like we did before. Omni guides, press any key to continue, and now it's there, detected mod list. Why automated prefix? Yes, I'm sure. Do you want to locate the game? For me, this doesn't work. So what you should do if this does not work is go into the mod list folder that you're doing, Magnum Opus, copy the directory, and it's going to probably prompt with could not find it. If you paste it and it says mod organizer ini found in the folder you pasted, press Y to continue. And it's going to do this part, which just takes about a minute and a half, I'd say. I'll speed this up in the video though. Okay, once it comes up right here, it's going to ask you for sudo. Just put in your password. And then it's going to ask you, do you want to not change the resolution? If you don't do anything, it's press enter, it's going to set to the Steam Deck, which is 1280 by 800. So we're going to do Y, and then I'm going to do 1440p. So 2560 x 1440. Y again for my desired resolution. We're good to close out of the console. And then once we're here, I'll go back into Steam, run the mod list. And then you should be good just to press play. Okay, I was hoping this issue would show up. This is a very, very common issue. If this issue ever arises, you want to go into Steam, click on the up here, and then exit Steam. It's going to close out your game. No mods were loaded when I was doing this. And it's very hard to repeat because it just happens randomly. Once Steam is fully closed, reopen Steam. Go back to library, rerun mod organizer. And after that, we should be good. All right. Now we should be good to do new game. That was just a very long load screen, which is normal for a mod that has a bunch of mods in it. And I'm just going to make a character, and that's it. Never changes. Yeah, so as you can see, everything's loaded. Uncapped FPS in the top left. Disable tutorial quest. Disable kill rad roaches. Auto. Accept and continue. Yes. We're just going to make a character. Burner character. Then enter. Done. And sorry for the flashbang. We're in. Just to make sure. All right. Game's auto-saving. Okay, that was a very long freeze, but I just kind of waited for it to finish. But yeah, we're in. New textures, mod config, and we're here. Now, for Fallout 4, it might crash. There is a mod called MCM Booster. If your mod list has this mod, it will crash, and you can easily disable it, and it will cause no issues. Like so. So to find MCM Booster, just type in MCM Booster, and just disable it. It crashes, and I'm not sure how or why it does it. But yeah, that's about it for Fallout. Just make sure you disable that mod if it's here for Fallout 4, and you'll be good. Okay, moving on with Oblivion. Um, again, do as the rest of the games you do. Add a non-Steam game, browse, and then go into your mod list folder, and Heartland Redux is what I'm doing. Modorganizer.exe, search for mod organizer, properties, rename to Oblivion dash. Again, you can rename this to whatever you'd like, because this is not inside the script for Omni's mod list tools right now. Anyways, it may get added later on in the future, but I'm not sure right now at the moment. And I'm going to add it to my Proton mod list category, like the rest of the mod list. So with these older games, there are some post-install steps, mainly with the running a 4 GB patcher. And the easiest way to figure this out is if you go inside of the mod list folder and there's a folder called game folder files, you would want to drag this into here. And I already have everything here, but I'm just going to overwrite it. And yeah, once you do that, you are good to go and copy this command I'm about to put in. Give me 1 second. Well, copy and paste this command, I mean, go to protontricks and find your Oblivion mod list. The Oblivion mod list number. So you want these numbers right here. Go into console, paste this command, and you're going to put these numbers right here. So again, the number is 400956. So I'm going to put in 4009565775. Press enter, and it should start doing a bunch of stuff. And the 4 GB patcher, you can't run it via Wine or Proton, and instead can be ran if you click on the non-Steam shortcut, press OK. Unknown file, just press OK. OK, you can ignore this, ignore that as well. Select default line prefix, press OK, and then run an arbitrary executable. And you're just going to go to the folder where you put Oblivion at. My computer, and I have my stuff on an external drive, so it's going to be an MNT. This long number, Steam library, Steam apps, common, and then you want to do find Oblivion. I have a lot of games. It might be a lot easier than this. Run it here, and then double click the executable. And now you're going to have this little window up here. And you're going to do the exact same thing you did before. So Z, MNT, the long number, Steam library, Steam apps, common, the same folder for Oblivion. Double click it, and you're going to double click oblivion.exe, and it should patch. And you're going to do another file, and you're going to do the launcher as well. Press OK, cancel, and by the time you do all that, it should be done. We are good to close the console, and now we are good to go press play on the mod list. Mod Organizer will open up. I tried doing this a little earlier, but it didn't work. And we're good to just load Oblivion. And Okay, so funnily enough, I got the same error I did with Fallout 4 earlier. So again, just right click Steam, exit Steam. Gonna force everything to close down. And then we are going to do reopen Steam. Library, Oblivion, Heartland Redux, Mod Organizer, and then just press play. And then now everything should load. If you did it right, you'll see Oblivion reloaded. Some mod lists don't have it and some do. And if we go into the game, everything's here. Little higher res face models and everything. Heartland isn't a graphically intensive mod list, but it's kind of just makes everything look a little bit nicer. But yeah, we are in Oblivion. And that's about it for Oblivion. So we are good for Oblivion. All right, and now we're going to cover TTW. There's a way to make it work with Proton, so you don't need to even use Wine. First thing is I'll link the website inside the description. Go to Files. You'll need to be logged in to download. Do manual download, and it'll install pretty fast if you have a good internet connection. It's a gigabyte. So once it's installed, just gotta wait for it to finish. Okay, it's finished. I made a new folder inside my mod list called TTW and a TTW output. And we're going to middle click download, so we have a new tab. We're going to move this guy into here along with it, and we're going to extract to here and delete archive. Once this is finished, I'm just going to rename this Tale of Two. And so once you have it like this, go into Steam, add a non-Steam game, browse, and then go to wherever you put it at, Tale of Two install.exe. Tale of Two, TTW. It's going to be under right here as TTW. I'm going to add to my Proton mod list collection like before. So now it will be right here. And make sure you set it to Proton Experimental. And we're going to do one thing with launch options. We're going to put this command in right here. This is the only way I know how to get it to work on Linux in the first place. And this also removes the need for Wine. So I'm just going to put this, rename this to TTW Installer. And just press play. And we're going to find your folders. So you're going to have to manually browse to the folders. So mine are an external drive. So I'd go to M&T, these numbers, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, and then I would do Fallout 3, Game of the Year. And one thing you can do right here is you can copy, paste, and browse. And now you'll be able to just, now when you press the browse button, you'll just be able to double click New Vegas. And then Tale of Two Wastelands output folder. You want to make an output folder. I put mine in there along with TTW. So if I go into Modlists TTW, I have a Tale of Two Wastelands output. Open, and then you're going to press install. This window will pop up, and this took for me about 15 minutes, and I'll just include the entire thing inside my video. So yeah, this is literally just a waiting game. Okay, so once the screen goes entirely blank, if you move your mouse around down here, there's a little green button. Click on it, and you've got one more step to do. Go into TTW output, and there should be a bunch of stuff now right here. You're good to right click, compress to zip. And it's just going to compress, and this is just kind of dependent on your PC. You could also do compress to 7-zip instead, which I prefer 7-zip. So right click, compress to, and then do 7-zip. Compression, and let's just do that. All right, as you can see, it finished, and I got around about 8.5 gigabytes. This compression size will be different for all of you guys. If I go into here, 17.1 gigabytes total on the output. This also might be vary from each of you guys as well, but yeah, there should be fine now. So I compressed it to about half. That's it for TTW. You're good to move on to actually installing it like normal. All right, and for the very final part of the video, Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is very buggy, I should say. But what you should get is Proton up -qt. I will link it inside of the description. You can get it from FlatHub or you can get it from your package manager. I recommend FlatHub as the Python dependencies don't break. And once you have FlatHub, you are going to install. You're going to open up Proton up -qt. And I already installed it, but you are going to make sure you're inside Steam. And you're going to press add version, scroll down to Steam Tinker Launch, and you need to read this part. On the Steam Deck, everything will be installed for you, but if you're not, you're going to need these packages. What it will do is it'll tell you what you're missing when you're trying to install it. So sudo apt install yad if you're missing it, or xwininfo, sudo apt install xwininfo, or sudo dnf install whatever Fedora's is now. And once you're done, just press OK and then do add version again. And then you'll be good to go. Once you install it, you want to right click Steam, close, and shut down Steam. Steam. And while we're here, you can run. You can run, my God, this one command. So this works for Fallout New Vegas always. So if you press enter, this is the only command you need to run for Fallout New Vegas. And it's going to say I have everything installed. Or actually it won't, because I had to uninstall Fallout New Vegas. So we're just going to wait. Or never mind, it does. Yeah, already installed. So it's going to install everything. And then we're going to go back to Fallout New Vegas. Left click it or right click it, properties, compatibility, and you will see a Steam Tinker Launch option. Click on it, and once this finishes, you're good to press play. Just gotta wait for this to finish real quick. Already installed. So now once that's done, we can press play. And do keep in mind the screen might try to oversize. You can hold the super key and click in the main menu. So super, click, drag to the top, and it'll maximize, and main menu will be in the bottom right. We're going to click on game menu, and we're going to press use custom command, and then there's going to be an exe option. You're going to go to your mod list, begin again TTW, mod organizer. And then we're going to use only custom command. If you scroll down a bit, there's going to be a Proton version. You're going to do Proton experimental. You're good to now press save and play. Steam minimizes for some reason. I have no idea why it does that. Begin again will open. No, don't ask again. And while we're here, you will probably need to run the Fallout New Vegas patcher, wherever it is. So inside of Fallout New Vegas, common, Fallout New Vegas. Or you might not need to. Oh, it's all here now. I'm not sure where all this came from, but there is a Fallout New Vegas patch.exe. To use this, press Edit, add from File, and now you will run the Fallout New Vegas patch. I'll press Apply, scroll down, Fallout New Vegas patch. Run. I've already patched mine. Yeah, so already patched. Continue. And this is where TTW comes in that we did earlier. So Modlists TTW. We're going to wait for this guy to finish right here. It might take a little while, but okay, it's finished. And we're going to put TTW right here. Put Tale of Two Wastelands mod here. Tale of Two Wastelands. And it's going to install Tale of Two Wastelands. And we're going to enable, as you'll see, everything's right here. We're going to enable the quick start right now. And then hopefully we change this guy back to begin again. Okay, and now we are good to run begin again. So press the run button. Skip this file. Opens. Please stand by. You should hear a piano play for begin again. And a custom load screen should appear with the Fallout 3 power armor and the... I don't know. I haven't played Fallout New Vegas yet. Make a new game. With auto start or quick start, we should be good to just straight up run outside. We're in here. Name, okay. Race, okay. Done. Special, okay. Traits, okay. Buy a ticket, take the rides. Tags. Finish exit vault, no. And then it's going to ask you, do you want to skip? Is this now or just a memory? Now. And we are in Fallout New Vegas, guys. That was really easy. So yeah. Just make sure to read the mod author's readme. But yeah, we're in New Vegas. So yeah, guys, that is it for this video, concluding off with Fallout New Vegas. Pretty easy to get going. But yeah, that's it. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope it helps out a lot of people having an actual guide to follow. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you're watching the end of Fallout New Vegas. So thank you. And I will see you guys next time.